Yeah, we have some breaking news coming into us here at the BBC Sports Centre. Videojug and their manager Ben Sinden have parted company. In a statement released in the last few minutes, the club have said they are shocked and saddened that one of their greatest managers has decided to leave. Sinden, known for his hard work, passion and dedication, has taken the vacant post at Telegraph United. Let's cross live to the club's training ground at Holford Yard to get the latest.
Videojug, a club steeped in history, were struggling. Once hitting the high heights, the results were no longer coming in, and try as they might, the Holford Yard faithful were in trouble.
Well, I would have to say that the form we were in was not in. We were just not playing well.
It was shit. Absolute shit. Palaver, everything. No one knew what they were doing, right?
I don't know too much about how the club was before the gaffer came in and took over. I mean, obviously, could just go on what I read in the press.
Incredibly dirty tactics, pretty poor reputation, a lot of scandal.
It was bad, man.
Before I signed, I heard nothing. It was shit. It was in the lower league. I didn't even know what it was.
Well, yeah, no, we call those days the sort of dark days of the club. I mean, I would have said we were Division 3 at best, so, you know, like your Arsenals or your QPRs of the world.
What I heard about them, not too much. They've been there and thereabouts, you know, making moves.
We could have just tried a lot harder, and I think the direction we were going in, like the manager we had at the time, it was just, we were not going to succeed as a team.
The team just wasn't filling its full potential, I feel.
Yeah.
A strategy that was probably 5 to 6 years out of date.
But I mean, as far as I was aware, they weren't hitting the heights.
I guess I was here for about 3 months under the old management, and it was a different place.
It just wasn't. It wasn't working for Videojug.
Everyone was pissing around, doing jack shit. Then he came along. We didn't know who he was.
A young manager, proven in other different leagues yet unknown to this league, joins the club. Ben Sinden. Little is known of this manager, except that he has floppy hair and an unhealthy addiction to Skittles.
Oh, my first impressions of the gaffer. Oh yeah, I was living in Streatham at the time, and to get to the club I had to take the same train as the gaffer in the morning. So I had to get up half an hour earlier for a year to avoid being on the same train in the morning as the gaffer.
First impressions of Ben is the fact that he wasn't the manager's first choice, so he was like a second choice, and so he was loaned in for a bit to see how he performed.
He was naive. He had intention. He didn't really understand budgets. We had some very interesting discussions on budgets.
You know, but my impression of him, he's all right, isn't he?
Tall.
Difficult at first. Ben's a tall bloke, but when you get past that, it's fine. Gives you a bit of neck ache looking up at it all the time.
Into practice, that I finally met him, and yeah, it was a real driving force in the way that I ended up playing it.
The way he joined the team, it really made it a much happier place to be. He could lead us, you know, as any good captain does, just inspires the team.
He was quite innovative, I'd have to say, in terms of pulling the team together.
Videojug's success is not immediate. There is a lot of work to be done. Ben, with the help of his Welsh assistant manager Gareth, begin the workings of a very long journey to revive the club. It becomes apparent quickly, however, that this manager is in the right place.
Ben's management style, one could say it's really a game of two halves.
He's tough but fair. He is tough but fair, but not. He's only tough when he has to be tough. That's the thing.
He, you know, the cliche of legend can be overused, but he is a legend. He's a legend in the field. He knows what he's doing.
He's a brilliant guy. He's available on every level. If you have a problem, you can go and talk to him, but I believe he gives credit where credit's due.
A bit like my dad in that he's quite caring, but also never really there. at any point.
Oh, fantastic. He really, supports you, brings the team together. He's always there if you need him. He's always a ear to listen to your problems.
Well, I mean, I've never seen him. Never seen him in the club. Never seen him. Don't know what he looks like.
Well, the gaffer is, is quite, I say laissez-faire, he's quite hands-off. He lets you get on with what you've got to do and trusts you to be a productive member of the team and play to your strengths, really.
In many ways, Ben is a football.
His name, Sinden, breaks down into den of sin, and he's got a good sense of humour.
You can look at the gaff and know he's thinking 3 different things all at the same time. He's tactically switched on, right, but he's good, he's approachable.
But working with previously, knowing him a little bit and then working with him, brilliant. He's a brilliant bloke, he gets on well with everyone. He's the same level as everyone. Well, he's a bit taller, but he's the same level, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, some people remember him for the cash flow issues that he caused. He used to get the credit card blocked all the time with suspicious activity, right?
And fuck me, can he kick a ball?
I think the truth is, he looks at me and sees a young Sinden.
As a manager, Ben he's okay.
Not all was smooth sailing under the new management. In the spring of 2014, the newspapers were filled with the headlines of the Manchester incident.
Manchester away, yeah, that was a.
Yeah, the Manchester incident. Some people say that's the squad's worst ever story.
Manchester away. Yeah,
there's not many memories of the Manchester incident for me.
3 players on an away game bring the club's name into disrepute. Hully, Alexandru, Panthaki.
I do remember the day that we all found out what happened.
So the Manchester incident, I'm not sure if we're actually allowed to talk about this from an HR perspective.
There's an incident in Manchester where me, myself, Alex and Danny were doing some great work for the guys up north, and
I remember the journey up and stuff. We were confident. We were on a high. We really thought that we'd get the result we wanted.
The boys went to Manchester expecting a big result. Maybe had one few too many. Who am I to judge?
We just got overconfident, we thought we were just cruising, and that really became our undoing, really.
When it turned up to that performance, to give it in that sort of final third, they didn't quite deliver and sort of cost us the game.
Well, what they did was they got pissed and they fucked up the game.
I don't take any blame for it. I mean, I was new signing. I mean, I was with my, seniors.
And so once we got back, we just basically had a bit of a hairdryer moment, really.
I wasn't privy to it, let's say. I wasn't quite there. But from what I did hear, especially for Danny and Hully, there was a real hairdryer treatment.
Hairdryer treatment, man, big time.
And exactly what was said.
I heard it was the hairdryer treatment.
He took them for a hairdrying treatment.
We just got grilled by Ben, and we're like, ooh, this guy's a serious job, so he knows what he wants and he expects better from us. And it was sad to let the team down, but...
I mean, if there's one person to blame, it's Hully. I mean, he was in and out of clubs.
And I took Alex to the side, had a little word with him, as all great captains do, and at the end of the day, it's just best to kind of put it behind us. I think he realises the error of his ways. Every now and then, in the changing rooms, he'll try and mess around or something. I'll just give him a look, or kind of just be like, Alex, come on, mate, bring it down a little bit. You're not an actor.
Well, they definitely got the hairdryer treatment. Well, at least that's what we kind of saw. But I feel like there's a little bit of feelings of being left out slightly. The boys having a bit of fun without their team manager there to take part.
We didn't expect to go there and get beat as bad as we did.
Sinden was rebuilding a team from the bottom up. His shrewd business in the transfer market saw some underrated and fantastic youth signings, whilst finding new roles for the already existing players.
Together we kind of spoke about potential targets, people that are available,
I think his signings were completely shrewd. You know, you look at who we've got. Look who we pulled in: Richards, Shaw.
The six-figure salary was a perk. It was definitely a help. Could have gone to Comedy Central, but they pulled me in with the sponsorship deals, I guess. The vending machine.
Right, Alexandru.
So bringing them of the new people, definitely it changed up a lot of things, and some people, you know, the wheat from the chaff, some got left behind.
He pulled in Cooper for a short spell. He was good, wasn't he?
And then I came along, and I feel like since I've been here, it's definitely improved. Yeah, I don't know if that's anything to do with Ben or...
So when Ben brought on those new signings, you'd think it would ruffle people's feathers, but it didn't. It kind of...
We'd like to apologise for any technical difficulties you may be experiencing. Someone has hacked the BBC mainframe and we will try and get back to you.
Right there, ex-manager, Thomas Palmer, you know, your #1 signing. What can I say, Benny boy? Sunday League is not going to be the same without you. But it seems the top boys have come calling. Let's try not to do a David Moyes now. Now, I'm back in November, you know, so get in touch with my agent. We'll sort some new figures out. I'm your man. On a serious note, though, thanks for bringing us through the Video Jug Academy. You know, I learnt a lot there, and I'm sure you played a part in my development, somehow. Oh, almost forgot. I heard you're bringing through a new youth player. Congratulations with that one. And from down here, we say, buena suerte, amigo. Ciao.
Made everyone excited about the future, so it's just like more signings, more people. It's gonna be good.
You know, it's always a bit iffy at times having new people join, but everything's been for the best. It's built the team. It's made us stronger.
All of the Gaffers signings have been fantastic contributions.
The atmosphere in the dressing room, it was alive, it was kicking, it was we want to move forward, we want to win. It was just like, no looking back now, we're going up.
The youth, it's brought the pace to the team, it's brought that vitality to the team.
And some moved on. I mean, Palmer's now playing for Brazil, obviously, and Greg is playing for Edinburgh. But yeah, I feel like we're stronger now.
You know, the Gaffers played an important part of that. He's got the mix right.
Another memory that perhaps mars the club's history is a certain vehicular-related incident that occurred during the Christmas break.
I've heard so many stories, so many legacy. It's going to go down pretty much in the history of the club.
Yeah, it was a legendary evening, really. Everyone I've spoken to and told the story can't really believe it's true.
The Oscar bus incident has always been like a tremor underneath the office.
I heard, well, after every game we should talk about the Oscar bus incident, right?
You know, I was told that this wouldn't come up in the interview.
It was in the winter break.
We had like a team party, you know, before everyone goes off to Christmas, and so Oscar himself had a few too many, as you do, and we all did. It was quite fun, but
this geezer, Oscar, apparently got tainted up on a few sherbets, went out one night up to some, it was a team night, I think it was.
Right, he's in the birds' toilets. The assistant manager Gareth tried to pull him out. Wallop!
Relationships were ruined.
He's clocked him right in the face.
Yeah, and then all I heard, Oscar ran off into the night. I texted to check he was all right.
But bang! Bus has cracked him.
How you could not see the team bus pulling out the car park is just unbelievable.
I heard it was our bus, the team bus.
Oh my God, you're right. The team bus.
Pissed up, hit by a bus, right? You know, this all wanky suit that he got made, right? Specially made up, right? And he had to get to hospital and had to cut him out of this bleeding suit.
Right away through it.
Twats.
As I remember it, I woke up in Whitechapel Hospital. And I came to work.
The usual, you know, what are you going to say? Would it happen to me? You never know. But you know, all in all, it's all part of the banter, isn't it? So you know, you take these things in a stride.
The team was starting to take shape and earn results. People were noticing.
One season into his career, he laid down the law, brought in some world-class players, that's when I joined, and got Videojug back up to the Premier League.
In terms of growth and development within the team, I think that's what Bren has been able to do when he's taken over the roles.
I think the gaffer's biggest achievement has been assembling the squad that he has together. You know, we're a youthful team, we're passionate.
I think uniting the video juggers, it was all a bit scattered, now it's a proper team.
Well, since I've been here, I think the biggest achievement was signing myself, really.
Obviously joining Videojug and making it better, but obviously signing me was his biggest achievement.
He set out to achieve a complete refurb, to change it.
He set out to change the way the game is played. That's what he really did. I mean, he revolutionised this team.
Sinden leaves behind a legacy, one of passion, pride, and always having Skittles in the vending machine.
Well, the legacy that the boss leaves behind, it's got to be one of teamwork.
Financially, we're in a very good position. You know, he's made some shrewd signings.
We have a future now, you know. There was no kind of vision beforehand.
We are a professional team. We want to go places. We want to get higher in the leagues, compete with the higher teams in the leagues, and
respect from the whole football world, really. That's what we're after, isn't it?
Exactly. And I think he has well set us on the way to do that.
In all seriousness, Ben has taken something that was quite rubbish and given it a whole new direction.
Through Ben, I think there's a few legacies he leaves. He leaves a legacy that will just keep us carrying on in the right direction. Hopefully, go win a few more cups and a few more leagues.
He achieved a lot here. He made a lot of great signings, I think, that will go on to, you know, will kind of make his name more heard in maybe a better light.
The best people I've worked with, and that's down to the management, the manager pulling those together. So he's leaving a team that is 500 times stronger than they were. You know, we're no longer relegation candidates.
So we've gone from a tiny club not knowing what we're doing in the field, you know, just kicking about a bit, but not really understanding how to like achieve some great goals. But now we've moved on, and he's really going to leave us with some great ideas for the future and some real hope, I think. Yeah.
He was the one that took Videojug to the next level, and it won't be long before we're mixing with the big boys and, you know, playing Champions League football.
The gaffer leaves behind a legacy that is well driven, that is young, that is hopeful, and it shows that we can all start from nowhere and get somewhere.
Just a solid, really great company that people love to work at. He sorted us out from the start. He's really, made it what it is today.
I mean, the legacy he's going to leave behind would be great. What I've heard from him, people who've worked with him for so long, is so good. And what I have worked with him, he's been great. So, yeah, he'll be missed.
He's shown people that with a bit of passion and a bit of belief, you can do what you want and you can change things and you can become a better person, right?
It's important that you had a manager that understands the team, understands the club, understands the league that we play in, but sometimes it's time to go on to other things.
Legacy is a big word. I mean, it gets bounded around when people talk about Olympics, you know, and global events. And you know, to say Ben's legacy at this place, you know, to try and find something that would match that, I think it is that, referring to one of my earlier answers, I think the vending machine has never been in a better place.
We moved the vending machine from one side of the office to the other. Great day. Well managed. You managed that really well.
I've never had a boss that will greet a room as nonchalantly as, "Hey bitches."
I think the only legacy Ben leaves behind is the Skittles.
However, success can't go unnoticed. Telegraph United, a job for international management, has come calling, and Sinden has taken the offer. Speaking to the players, they are filled with fond memories of what some say is the best manager they've ever worked under.
I'd just like to wish the gaffer all the best. You know, making that step up to international management is a big step, but I'm sure, you know, he's got the credentials, he's got the experience, and I'm sure he'll do fine. The only other thing I'd say, apart from wishing him all the luck in the world, is the name Danny works for both male or female. So when Claire pops the baby out, think Danny.
Good luck for the future. I hope your international career goes really well. I hope the baby don't interrupt too much, but I know that wherever you go, you'll bring smiles, laughter and a well-driven performance.
Ben, thank you for all the support and kindness and help and encouragement over the last 2-3 years. Really appreciate everything you've done for us and all the help you've given me. So yeah, good luck, have fun with the baby and the new job, and keep in touch.
Ben, it's been a pleasure working with you. Hopefully, you know, obviously we'll probably meet and our paths will cross again, and thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it, thanks very much, and take care of yourself.
Ben, you're a geezer. You like the skittles a bit too much, but we're all gonna miss you. Take care, all right? Keep in touch.
Although I don't appreciate the Yorkshire racism that I have encountered within my role, I think you've been a great manager and I'll be sad to see you leave.
Ben, it's been an absolute pleasure. For the 2 3/4 years I have worked under your gaze. You really have made a pretty big impression on myself, and I think, you know, all of us. There's not a single person here that wouldn't agree with that, I don't think. I really wish you the best of luck, and yeah, thanks for all the stuff I've learned from you. Thank you for not sacking me 6 times.
Bye Ben, it's been great working with you. Thanks for giving me a job, and good luck in your new role at Telegraph.
Now Ben's gone international, it's going to be hard for the team, but I wish him good luck on his future, and I hope he achieves some new awards with his new team.
Good luck, Ben. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope everything goes well, and sorry about what I said.
Gaff, what can I say? We're obviously going to miss you. Good luck in the international level. It's a different ball game, but I'm sure you're going to conquer it just as you have at club level. We've all got mad respect for you, you know. Thank you for teaching us, and all the best with the baby and stuff, but, you know, don't be too soft, yeah? Oh, I can't come out, I've got a baby. Come on, Gaff. Do you know what I mean? At least pretend to still be cool, man. Fucking hell. This whiskey tastes like shit.
Bye Ben, thank you so much for being an amazing manager.
We wish you all the luck as you continue to grow your family and in your new position. You really deserve every happiness. Thank you from Shaz Roz.
Bye Ben.
Cool. Are we done now? Right, Deco, here you go.